That's right. Sunday show with Johnny O. We've evolved in just an experimental rock band, I guess. No, not really. We're back. Episode 114, Sunday show. Wait, yeah, 114 because we lost 113. And it's just bad luck. It's a bad number. And so we wanted to skip that one and come to you this week straight with it. Weed, man, weed. You know, weed, coffee, lifestyle, all that stuff. That's what this is about. And this week, let's talk about a couple kinds of weed. Some of that crazy fancy kind of weed. You know, like vape pens, right? You may have seen this around, and it's funny because even my stepmommy, she had an incident on the train where she was pissed off at someone because he was heavy vaping weed on the train. Which, I don't know. I mean, it is a little rude to just be like stinking up the train with your vape pen and not share, you know? And if there's kids around, you know, society still kind of says you're not supposed to smoke weed in polite society. You go in the garage. But vape pens are a beautiful way to be portable and smoke weed kind of anywhere. Because you can get away. If you can inhale in small doses and hold it in, you can get a nice one. And vape is a wonderful thing for weed. I think it's really the solution to corporate America's need to quantify and dose weed like they want to. You know, Marlboro Greens. Yeah, so vape pens are really nice. My only big problem with them is that I get entirely too stoned when I use a vape pen. I just kind of get hash head and lumber around for a day or two or a week because, you know, one $40 vape pen can get you stoned for like a week, like really high. It's just crazy, right? I mean, I smoke $40 blunts. Come on. You know, that's how we do it. But yeah, so vape pens, I'm happy to see them around. I like to see how technology's changing. Are they gonna be able to certify you like this is organically this amount of weed, this is actual weed, and there's all separated, it's been tested for components, any lingering products of separation, that's what you call it, lingering products of separation. That's like the leftover solvent that you don't want, like leftover butane or whatever. Gross. Anyway, I also had this thing which was liquid green sativa tincture, and I had the indica, actually, guys. I'm just as ho in love with sativa so I had the indica one this time. Last time I had the sativa tincture, and this time it was the indica one, and man, it was, you know, really, really smooth. This stuff is steeped in grain alcohol or actual apple alcohol for this one. And it's steeped in that for like 3 months, which is crazy. And then you have a little dripper of it, and they recommended like 8 to 20 drops. And I took, 100 drops? Yeah. Because, my weed sensitivity is very, very minimal, or something. Who knows? We're just stoned here on the Johnny O Show today, I guess. Yeah, that's right. No. Oh, that was sad. Should leave that in. Yeah. I remember when I started this show, it was about like live radio. And I think it's now more about live radio than anything. Because the little chats that we have, little conversations that I have, either with you guys out there or with people here in the studio, that's what they are. They're just chats. It's just a way to get it out there. send some kind of message. Like weed. Do it. I've been on a coffee hiatus basically because I'm trying to fall back in love with coffee because I've experienced the barista burnout. I really don't, I don't want to talk about coffee. Let's just say that. So I'll bring you other interesting beverages from time to time. And this week I stumbled upon in some internet list a listing on some mythical poop tea, goat poop tea, that Roman soldiers would drink. And I couldn't find an article. I'm still madly researching it. No, but I found a few articles on Chinese poop tea, and it is goat and cow manure that's dried out either in the sun or in an oven into a little brick and then prepared like tea, ground up and prepared like tea. And it's supposed to be good for your insides, internals. It's kind of nuts. I don't think I'd drink poop tea. I mean, it just is gross. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. If someone wants to send me some coffee, I'll review it. But right now, that's what we got. Poop tea. Yum. Oh, internet. Anyway, episode 113 should have been about Echo Park Rising. Because last week was Echo Park Rising. Echo Park Rising is a festival. But I was thinking about it, and it is a festival different than a lot of the big summer festivals. Big summer festivals are put on by a large promoter, usually, and they're, multiple stages and multiple bands, but it's like one big massive booking. And it's funny because this year at EPR, at Echo Park Rising, it felt like that's what it had become a little bit. That it was more one massive booking to get on the Echo Park Rising map to make sure people know where you are. But there was still, in Echo Park's defense, there was still definitely a few holdovers. Like Rafa's was there as private party. There was, I know, all up and down the street, I saw a lot of places that were the little beauty salons and whatever's left over there, winery. Every single bar had a band almost, Only Gold Room. Gold Room's the only holdout. But the line at Trencher, I was most interested because Trencher, the sandwich shop in Echo Park, had bands on Echo Park Rising, and they're right around the corner from Little Joy, which is, super hip, guys, super hip. Little Joy and Trencher, that's the corner of, ultra modern, super hip. And whatever, we're the new Echo Park douchebaggery. Anyway, that stage was, bumping. They had good bands and it was bumping. There was a bunch of people there, and it's right next to houses, and it's kind of funny because there's no place to drink but the sidewalk there, and it's right across the street from a gas station. So for one day, it's like, they just let people be free or act accordingly. It's kind of nuts. I don't know. I think this may be the last year of Echo Park Rising for sure. Yeah. But then big summer festivals, I was thinking all I got on that. I got one last thing on that, I think. Summer festivals are kind of stupid. I mean, they're fun if you're just going to go and get fucked up and do drugs and have a great time and maybe have some sex in the mud and, enjoy all the pleasures of young life. But if you're going to see your favorite band, it's a really bad place to do it. Like, you really want to see them at a nice smaller theater, small bowl, the Hollywood Bowl. It's always great to see anyone at the Hollywood Bowl. But, the Greek Theater is a much better venue to see your, big favorite band. Remember, venues count. And festivals are never a good venue unless you're just out there. Not never, sometimes, you know. Okay. Been an interesting week, though. And I'll be back next week. Episode 115 with a nice band called The Constant Change. We did a little studio recording session last week, and keep your ear out for all the other things that are coming out. The Oogie Boogie Studios, the Sunday Show with Johnny O. Have a great week, guys. Peace.